Let's use the vertical line test to determine which of these 6 graphs represent a function. If we can draw or imagine a vertical line that intersects the graph more than once, then the graph does not represent a function. In this example, we see that the vertical line intersects the graph more than once. So this graph does not represent a function. But why does the graph not represent a function when the vertical line intersects the graph more than once? Recall that the input of a function has only one output, but when the vertical line intersects the graph more than once, we have more than one output. So in this example we see that this input has these 2 outputs. What about the next example? Does this graph represent a function? Well, the only thing we have to do is to look if the graph intersects the vertical line more than once. We can draw the line here, 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 or wherever we want. There is no vertical line which will intersect the graph in more than one point. So this graph represents a function. What about this graph? Does this graph represent a function? We see immediately that we can't draw a vertical line that intersects the graph in more than one point. So this is also a function. Does this graph represent a function? We see immediately that this is not a function, because when we draw a vertical line here, the vertical line intersects the graph more than once. Does this graph represent a function? We see that the vertical line intersects the graph 3 times. So this graph does not represent a function. What about this graph, which is a vertical line? When we put a vertical line on this vertical line, the lines are coincident, so they have an infinite number of points in common. In this case, the graph also does not represent a function. If you like my videos, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching and happy learning, everyone.